What's going on, everyone? Harry speaking. I'm the host of the first episode of the OSGalliance podcast, and at the minute we have got David Standrin,
Hello, everybody.
Jamil Saeed,
You alright?
and Sheel Patel.
What's up?
So, in today's topic, we're going to be talking about the English football team. If you guys haven't heard or just been living under a rock, England did get knocked out after losing both of the group games between Italy and Uruguay. And in this podcast, we're going to be talking about the English football team, how well they did in the World Cup, for what may happen in the Euro qualifiers, what kind of players Roy may pick, and the future of English football. So I'm going to get started talking about the England World Cup. And to be actually honest, I thought England may have a chance of winning the World Cup by the fact that most people put us down as not their favourites to win it. And I thought if we came into the World Cup as not a real contender, then we could easily surprise people in the World Cup. Does anyone agree with me with that?
I would agree with that. I wouldn't have seen this as proper contenders. England's played well in their two games so far, but they've lacked that final edge and the defensive power to drive to wins.
What about you, Jamil?
Not much to say, really.
Sheel?
It's just said it for me. I think I agree with you. I suppose we just need to, because they're young players, more time to get more experience.
Yeah.
They can,
I'm not happy with Roy Hodgson's managerial place being under threat, or being called under threat by the papers and the press, because he's done quite well, really. We qualified without losing a game. That Italy game was the first game that he's competitively lost in 90 minutes.
Very true.
I actually thought we should have won that. So did I. Really is.
I thought we should have won both games because we played better football in both games. It's just the lack of a star striker really starting to be a pain.
Very true. Yeah. Very true.
Yeah, I suppose this one, the Italy game, Rooney wasn't playing too well, was he?
Nah, not really.
But in the Uruguay game, he did improve, but he wasn't up to the standard which you expect from him. Yeah.
So
that and everything.
I'd say the football was good. I just didn't think that the striker, Sturridge and Rooney, should have taken their chances a bit better, and they should have scored a few more goals than just the one.
Yeah.
No, I think Lambert should have had more of the striking position.
I think Lambert should have been put on earlier in the Uruguay game.
Yeah. We played him for the last one.
Too late.
Yeah.
10 minutes he got put on.
That was a waste.
So that brings on to my next question is, who is it to blame for England exiting the World Cup early? Do you think it's the strikers not performing to the best, not scoring enough goals?
Costa Rica.
Or
I hate to blame it on just the one player, but I think it lacks the strong captaincy that England have had in the past. I mean, it's not because Gerrard's a bad captain. I think he's a good captain. I think he's struggled to do a lot, but he's just not the same character that he was in 2010 and as he is at Liverpool.
True. What about the defence? What do you think about their World Cup campaign?
I thought they were defensively sound. I actually thought they played really well.
I think the only problem with England defence
old play.
Carry on, Sheel.
They lose a bit of concentration.
True. Yeah.
Well, I don't like your problem. I think. What I didn't like is the fact that everyone said, "Oh, don't ask Terry to come back for the and for the World Cup, and don't ask. And I think we shouldn't take Ashley Cole. Now that we're out, everyone's saying that we should have taken Terry and we should have taken Ashley Cole.
True, yeah.
We can't have it both ways.
Definitely true.
In the Italy game, I do think that if we had Ashley Cole, we probably would have won. But I'm not. It's like he played well in the, but maybe in the Italy game, if Ashley Cole was there, we could have probably won.
Yeah.
Just more experience.
I thought that Baines played really well against Uruguay. I think Johnson played quite well as well. And the centre backs played well against Italy, but not Uruguay.
Well, Cahill was on fire for both games.
Yeah. I think Jagielka played well against Italy, but he was poor against Uruguay. I know he didn't really have much to do, but when he did have something to do, he didn't do it right.
But, hey, I think Jagielka did okay for what he's done. He hasn't done too bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I suppose he hasn't had too many games. This is his first.
Yeah.
Think of it as well as a young squad as well. It's his first time in the World Cup. A lot of players, it's their first time in the World Cup. They did quite well.
Yeah.
Obviously, they do it well as they could have done.
I know, considering we've been knocked out of the World Cup with the likelihood that we're going to get no points, but I still think that we could challenge for the Euros in 2016. I think with a couple of changes, a strong captain, a new mindset, play the same sort of football. I think as long as we qualify, I think that's probably the main problem with Switzerland in our qualifying group. Is it top two go through in the Euros?
Nah, I think it's top one. No, yeah, it's top two. Yeah, top two.
Yeah, good. World Cup, it's top one because they only take a few, and then seconds at the playoffs.
I think.
But yeah, I think top two, so we should qualify.
And also in the Euros in 2016, there's I think there's 20 teams involved now, so that means it's going to be much easier for like England to qualify.
Isn't it 32 teams?
I think it's, I don't know, I heard it's 20 because it was 16 in the last Euros, and then I think they bumped it up to 20, and I think the next one will be 32 because there's more countries in Europe entering the qualification now. You got Gibraltar entering now. I think there's other countries as well that's either entering into Europe or just decided to join UEFA.
Well, my starting lineup for the first game in the Euros 2016. I know it's a long way away, and you got to depend on Italy and injuries and what teams qualify and everything. But I think we'll stick with Hart because he's good. Carl Walker right back, Stones and Cahill centre backs. Shaw or Baines left back. My holding midfielders would be Wilshere and Henderson. Attacking midfielders and the wingers, I'd have Stennon on the left, Barkley in the middle, and Walcott on the right, with Daniel Sturridge playing striker.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I was thinking about maybe if in a good couple of seasons, maybe he can be implemented onto that squad. Because Townsend, like Walcott, was unlucky not to be.
Yeah.
Townsend, he had a spark, and I haven't really heard of him.
Yeah.
I think Townsend can be something for him.
Yeah, but
I think Oxlade-Chamberlain came to this World Cup, but at the moment it's looking like he's not going to get a game because he seems to have been ruled out for Tuesday's game. Shaw could start, I think, because Baines has picked up an injury.
But I think Roy should use this game next little bit. Let any games yet play. Like Luke, or let him actually.
I believe, looking at Sky Sports now, it looks like Lampard will captain England. Baines and Oxlade-Chamberlain have been ruled out by what I've just received on my Sky Sports update.
I think going back to the point about what Dave said about the starting lineup, 100% agree with you about the starting lineup. But the only problem that I've got is about Wilshere, because he is injury prone and he hasn't really played that much this season. And if the next 2 seasons he doesn't perform or just gets injured, then I don't think Roy should pick him for the Euros if we do qualify. That's my honest opinion.
In my opinion, I actually really don't like Wilshere at all.
I don't really like him neither, to be honest.
I don't really like him, but I think he's a good player, and that's why you got to pick him. Pick him, not because
You don't like them.
yeah.
Yeah, he's made some mistakes.
Yeah. He had good games in the past and also this season, to be honest.
But the game that made me think that Wilshere has the potential to be one of the top players in the world is when we played Brazil at Wembley last year in March.
Yeah,
He was fantastic in that game.
True. Very true.
Anyway, I don't know, I want to hear your opinions on how Costa Rica have performed in this World Cup.
Costa Rica, amazing.
Costa Rica, they were like dark horses, weren't they, in the group? No one thought they were going to get through, and then she's top now.
Finished bottom. I think everyone thought.
That's football, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and even though they're in Costa Rica, if Italy won, then it still give England a chance. I was kind of a bit annoyed that Costa Rica did beat Italy, but I still got to give it to them there. Well done for Costa Rica to beat Italy and Uruguay.
Yeah.
I think that was all mental game, wasn't it, though? Because Costa Rica was the one that they don't look like they can get anywhere. They don't.
They're a point of qualifying top, guaranteeing top.
Yeah.
They draw against England, they're guaranteed first place in the group.
Well, that brings up a question. Would you accept a draw against Costa Rica as an England fan, or would you say that we have to beat them for
No, we have to beat them.
Yeah, beat them.
We have to.
Have to beat them to get anything out of this World Cup. A positive.
I think Roy will play a younger team, less experienced team, and it could possibly catch Costa Rica off guard. I don't know. We should.
Very true.
But I reckon he'll play Sterling central though, because Sterling at the moment seems to be playing better central.
Yeah, put Ross Barkley maybe on the left.
Do you think Rooney will play against in the Costa Rica game?
I think Rooney just needs to be playing a few games.
Because I think Ross Barkley should have a good chat. Roy should give Ross Barkley a start.
I think that Rooney needs to be dropped just so he actually realises that his place is actually under threat. Because at the moment, it doesn't seem like he actually considers his place to be under threat, so he can play how he wants.
Yeah, true, true.
He's going to play next game, no matter what.
He doesn't look like he cares much.
Yeah, many people. To be honest, many people have been praising him because he scored so many goals for England. But everyone seems to forget that it's all in qualifying and it's all against minnows like San Marino. And I don't think he's scored that much.
He didn't score that many goals against San Marino, actually.
I think only 2.
He didn't get a hat-trick, but...
Didn't Suarez score one more goal than him in, the game against us? Wasn't that Suarez's 41st goal in like 70 games, and then that was Rooney's 40th?
Yeah.
90-odd games. But the thing is, Rooney is approaching 100 caps quite quickly. I think that's the thing that people need to focus on, the fact that he's got near 40 goals.
In nearly 100 games, which is good. It's pretty good.
It's good for England. It's good for England, but we need a striker that can score a goal a game, or just
a technical striker more than a target man kind of guy.
Yeah, is there any...
At the moment, Rooney is that kind
true.
Is the closest thing we've got to a point right now. In the future, we can train the youngest coming up through the squad. But right now, in the present day, I think Rooney is the main striker. Surridge is now taking that role off of him, I think.
True, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I like to see that. I like Surridge.
I just...
having that role performed this season.
if you think about, well, if been talking about Gerrard retiring, and I presume Lampard will be retiring after Tuesday's game as well. So, who do you think will be England's captain?
Whoever's oldest, really.
Hard.
Yeah, whoever. Yeah, a defender or a goalkeeper, you know.
Yeah. I was thinking Gary Cahill, but we all know that Roy will probably give it to Rooney.
Yeah, that's blatantly obvious.
Yeah.
So obvious.
Hart maybe.
No.
I'm not sure about Hart. I'm not a big fan of goalkeepers being captain.
Yeah. I don't think Rooney's also a good captain. Every time he plays for United as captain, I don't think he could control like the group well, like with other people.
I think he's done well as captain as United, but I think it's a bit horrible that he's not given the captaincy by Gap.
Yeah, but Man United, you got when he was captain as well. When he was especially captain under Ferguson, he was a lot better in that role. And
in Man United,
on the manager as well.
In Man United, he had to run everywhere, and he controlled the field brilliantly, especially in captaincy.
He doesn't seem to want to do that for England. He just wants to stay up there and be the hero, but he's not really the hero.
I don't understand why players would do that. They play brilliantly for their club, but when they go to the international stage,
I think it's the added pressure. It's like with Suarez.
It's as well like other players are
different countries value it more as well.
True.
But to be fair, I don't know why Rooney feels so much more pressure, if it is pressure, when he plays for England, when he scored a Champions League goal before.
But people just think each season that Rooney scored 20 plus goals, and when he doesn't, people just criticise him so badly. But most people don't realise that Rooney just doesn't score goals. He holds on with the ball. He makes good assists as well as key passes. Just the truth.
Sorry.
Thanks. So has anybody else got starting lineups for the first game of Euro 16?
I've got Buffon and then Messi. That's it.
Sheel. Well. So, I think it'd be a great idea to wrap this video up right here. Be a good idea to wrap this video up.
Yeah.
So, good. So, this was the first episode of our podcast. We basically talked about England with the World Cup, the future of England.
Sorry, Harry, just before we sign off, just got videos we might be uploading the ideas for the channel and stuff. Like, for instance, we're going to do some GTA videos. I know, Jamil, you are going to do FIFA Pro Clubs.
Yeah, that's...
And then
we'll
probably trying to get big people make our characters. We'll do a big reveal of what their names are and what they look like. And the titles.
WWE 2K14, we will be doing episodes on that. We've made our own title belt, our own characters, our own arena. It's amazing at the moment, and it's just getting
there.
Me and Alex, I think we've sorted.
Yeah, so we could talk about more about that in a next video, but we are gonna sign out right here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this podcast, then smash that like button so all of us do know that we should continue doing this series. Comment down below about your own opinions about the England World Cup campaign. Do you think they didn't perform to the best? Who do you think were the best players or the worst players? And do you think that the future of English football is bright or not? And also subscribe.
I see the squads on. I see the Euro squads as well.
Yeah, Sheel. So, and also subscribe as well if you're new around here. And that's pretty much it, really.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers. See ya.
Okay, and see you guys later. See ya.